Today, Kevin and I have some fun snacks to try for you. One is from Korea, the rest are from Japan. So the one from Korea is a soft cake with cheese. And then from Japan, we have the caramel flavor light cheesecake. And then these are both from the same company. It's called Orange Patisserie. This is a custard cream puff.
And a chestnut cake.
Okay, so let me give you prices. These were all bought at an Asian market. It's called DIY. I do it every time. DY Market. DY Market. So, the caramel, this one, was $1.99. The cake with cheese was 99 cents. The cream puff was $1.99. And get this. That chestnut, the little tiny thing, was $3.49.
It's smaller than a cupcake.
But it's chestnut, so I'm thinking that's why, because chestnuts aren't the most common thing. So we have the brand is Samlip, S-A-M-L-I-P, soft cake with cheese. These were in the frozen section. But I put them when I knew that we were going to do, oh, it's so, that feels like pillowy. Oh, look. Oh, yeah, you do it. It's so soft and pillowy.
It is.
These were frozen, all of them.
Very fluffy.
When I knew, I decide the night before, usually, if I have my stuff together, what we're going to do, then review the next day. So I took these out of the freezer and I put them in the refrigerator. So they've been in the refrigerator. So
yeah, it's literally like a little angel food cake.
So maybe you're supposed to eat it frozen, but I figured most of these things look like you would just have them.
I can't imagine eating that frozen.
It says it's 160 calories. It says keep frozen. It does say keep frozen on here.
Doesn't mean you're going to eat it frozen.
No, that's what I'm saying. Just because you keep it frozen, I don't know that you could bite into it like if it was frozen.
That is good. It's just very plain.
It needs some whipped cream.
It kind of does remind you of one of those little cups you put short.
It has coconut. There's coconut.
I taste a little coconut.
There's coconut in that. 100% that has coconut.
It has the texture of one of those little shortcakes that you put like strawberries in. Kind of has that same texture.
It's softer though.
It is softer. It's
I think it's
pillowy,
softer. I think it's delicious.
When you're eating it though, it has that kind of same pasty texture.
That would be so good.
You definitely want something over top of that though.
It would be so good if you took like some kind of since it tastes like coconut, if you took some sweetened coconut flakes and mixed it with some kind of sugar mixture and put it on top.
With topping.
Oh my gosh.
I think it'd be good with any kind of fruit.
Anything, yeah, fruit.
Mix, put it on top of it would be awesome.
Yeah, but honestly, it is kind of plain by itself, but then again, it has a lot of coconut flavor.
It's got a lot of flavor, it's just a plainer flavor.
Yeah, I like it.
I like it.
There's nothing wrong with that at
it's
all.
not something I'd go like, ooh, I want one of those cakes, necessarily, but it's good.
Okay, this feels very similar.
This looks like a bigger version of that.
The brand is Kurayamas. It says try our original homemade style cake. And
this is the same thing.
This is but it's caramel flavor. This is Japan. The first one was Korea. This one's Japan. Deliciously light cheesecake. It's caramel flavor. Fabulous cake that melts in your mouth.
I wonder where the cheesecake from.
270 calories for the whole thing. It says keep frozen. After thawed, consume within 3 days. So they do want you to thaw it out. So I did good by thawing it out. Now is it going to really taste like caramel? It is a darker color.
It is a darker color.
It's a caramely color.
It has that same very fluffy, pillowy texture.
You can't beat that texture.
It's like a really soft foam pillow.
It's fluffier and softer than the cakes you can get at Walmart to put strawberries on.
I don't know of anything that's that soft and pillowy.
I'm going to be honest.
It tastes the same, don't they?
No, this one doesn't taste like coconut.
No, it doesn't have that coconut flavor. No. They taste similar though.
It tastes similar, but without the coconut.
Yeah.
So I think it does not taste like caramel whatsoever. I do like it, and I do think it's good, and could eat the whole thing.
Yeah, it is slightly different flavors, but they're very similar.
The only thing missing from that is the coconut, but truly, I did not taste any caramel at all.
No.
But nothing wrong with it. I think it's really good.
Really good.
And I'm wondering, in Japan, they probably would just eat it plain, but I do wonder if they're ever used to add to with fruit. Okay, and this is that Orange Patisserie brand, and this is a custard cream puff.
It's also interesting, these are in an Asian market.
Yes.
They come from Japan,
yes,
but they have English on them as their main writing. So it's like, it's like a big bun.
There's something in there. If it's a little wet, hold on, let me.
Anyway,
I don't like wet bread.
It's funny that it's got English written on the package big, you know?
Yes.
That is pretty wet.
It is pretty wet, yeah. And I don't like wet bread. Custard cream puff. And it's full.
Yeah, it's pretty full.
On the front, on the picture on the front, it shows, oh yeah, okay. 230 calories.
It's all kind of collapsed.
Yeah, it says keep frozen once thawed, keep refrigerated and consume within 5 days. That's why that market, I was wondering why they had them frozen, and I figured that was why, to keep them fresh, because they don't want to keep them in the refrigerator or they're only going to keep for 5 days. So they have to keep them frozen. So that's smart.
I bet that thaws pretty bad.
Can we wipe that off?
I think it's where it thawed. It's really
I do too, but
wet on the bottom.
But you have to do that to eat it. See, I don't want that then, because that'll gross me out. I can't do wet bread.
It is very wet on the bottom. Almost soggy. The flavor, I mean, the texture's got like a don't open it all the way. That's what I say, it's got stuff in the middle. The texture's kind of like a tough croissant a little bit. It's got some layers in there, but it's not as nice as a croissant. It's not like that crispy crust on the croissant, and the flavors are okay.
I like the sweet custard on the inside.
Custard's really nice.
It's very sweet. I think if you were to be able to get one of those fresh before they ever froze it, I think it would be delicious, because
like buy it on the street or whatever. Or
yes, however you would buy that.
Yeah,
in a bakery, I think it would be delicious, and I would really, really like it, because the top of it reminds me when you bake a dinner roll. That's literally, it's a tough texture on the top, but the sweet custard is what makes it nice. I'm not going to judge it on that wet soggy bottom, because it's literally a soggy bottom. I mean, it's sopping, and it's because it was frozen, and you have to thaw these out to be able to eat them. So I'm going to say, if you can try that same custard cream puff fresh, go for it. I wouldn't buy it again like this though.
No.
Unless you don't mind literally wet bread.
I wonder if they'd put it in a paper like the other two and let that paper
like
absorb some of that moisture. I wonder if it would have been more successful.
I think it might have helped it, yeah. But I do like the flavor.
I think the wetness of that is bad packaging on their part, not anything else.
This is the chestnut cake.
It looks neat.
And this was the most expensive, but it's so tiny. It's so cute.
Oh, that's got like a really slippery paper, like plastic.
Chestnut cake. Let's see. Keep frozen once thawed. Please keep refrigerated and consume within 5 days. They all say that, so you just have to know. One pack is 200 calories. Ooh.
Okay, it's got a cake on the bottom, but that's the only cake in that whole thing.
The #1 ingredient is whipped cream. Yeah. That's your #1 ingredient, whipped cream.
Okay.
Here, just put it in my mouth.
No, here. There's cake on the very bottom. Don't pick it from the top.
That's why I told him to pop it in my mouth.
There you go.
You could have fed me.
The bottom, it's very sticky. It's like a cake on the bottom with like frosting or whipped cream or something on. It's a thick layer of the topping.
That is delicious. That tastes like caramel. That doesn't taste like chestnut to me. That tastes like caramel.
I see that. Kind of got that scorched sugar kind of flavor.
Yes, it tastes like.
It even has a touch of coffee flavor.
And it tastes like, it tastes like a cooked caramel. Yeah, you just want to scrape. Like I could eat the whole thing if I didn't have to take a picture for you. I could pop that whole thing in my mouth. That is delicious.
It's very good. It is kind of nutty. So there is a little bit of a nuttiness there.
But it's mainly caramel.
But
if you like a cooked caramel,
like
that's wonderful.
A caramel coffee kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's good. It's very soft on the top. And like I said, it's like a frosting. And then they've taken this like thing and put like these little hairs on it. Like in the frosting has like little, can't think of a good word that's not gross sounding.
No.
Hairs, worms, you know, it's just strings. There you go. Little strings of frosting.
Yes. Honestly, I think all of these have good flavors. I just, the only one I wouldn't buy just because of that texture is that cream puff.
Yeah.
This one is definitely the sweetest and richest and
most interesting texture.
It feels, this one feels like a true, like you're getting a really nice treat.
Yeah, like a dessert.
Whereas the other ones, they're good. The breads, what are they calling those? Cheesecakes. They're nice, but they don't taste like you're getting like a full-on dessert experience.
Feels like you need to add something to them.
Right. Whereas this, it feels like, I'm having a really nice dessert.
Right.
So it was the most expensive thing, but it's my favorite thing.
It's worth it.
Yeah.
I like all of them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they all have good flavors going on. So just don't be afraid to check out your Asian market, and especially the desserts. That's what I'm always interested in, is the sweet stuff, the desserts. But I'm glad we did. If you've had any of these by chance, you'll have to let us know which would be your favorite out of the 4. So I'll have a picture for you at the end, and thanks for watching.